Hey guys, and welcome back. Alright, so we're gonna get a lot done today. First off, straight to business with the Balder Shield. Now, the Balder Shield is the best mid-size shield for stability. Other than the Silver Knight Shield, which is heavier, it has a higher requirement, and it's only better by 1 point, so barely anything at all. So anyways, what I'm doing right here, this is the farming run you're going to want to make. This is how you're going to want to farm them. But basically it's the best mid-size shield in the game, and we can use it. So, really awesome. I believe when you upgrade it all the way, it has 77 stability, I believe. Anyways, really good. Now, this is, you'll want to backstab this guy, but it's possible to screw this up, and if you do, you'll have to fight both of them at the same time. So if you guys aren't confident about landing both of that backstab, then you can smack that big thick pillar on the left there, and he'll turn around, he'll hear it, and he can see you, and he'll run at you by himself, and you can fight him one-on-one, kind of like I did with that first one. But after that, run out the front door and just hack this guy. This is after I'd been doing this a bunch of times. I didn't even care anymore. I was just, whatever. You can turn that corner and backstab him if you want. Also, while you're doing this, you might come across this shield. Also a very good shield. If you want, you could use this until Sen's Fortress, where you can actually buy the Balder Shield. I wouldn't recommend it though, because we can also get a ton of souls and Titanite shards this way. And so there I am finally getting it. Now, it took me exceptionally long. I mean, I popped like 5 humanity, and you can see I gained 6 more just farming these guys. I also got something like 40,000 souls and like a ton of Titanite shards. Like maybe 12 of them. So it actually took me a lot longer than it usually does. I've seen people get it anywhere from 5 minutes to half an hour to even longer. But totally worth it. Like I'm saying, it's the best shield in the game, basically, for mid-size shields. So totally worth it. And it looks badass too. I'm finally deciding to reinforce my Estus Flask. I've been holding on to that for a while. But yes, we are going to head down below. We're going to pick up a couple items that I should have picked up right at the start of the game, and I actually, on the first video, if you guys go back, I put in a little segment on that with a link to a video about doing that right at the start. So I kind of retconned that. But for you guys that have already been following it, now's the time to do this. Pick up this soul right here. I heard that Hollow following me, so I was kind of waiting to kill him, but he wasn't really coming. So run all the way along here, stay to the right. Don't grab those two, it will make that dragon very angry. But you can grab this one safely. It's Proud Knight Soul, which is 5,000. So definitely good to pick that up. Free 5,000 souls. This guy, hang a little left on the path. See how I'm hugging the left a little bit? That way he'll fire that off to the left and it's easy to get around. Otherwise you have to roll past it, and that can be trickier. I was thinking about heading up here. There's a bonfire. I was thinking about resting at it, but I was like, nah, this part's not even really that hard. So we'll just grab... We'll grab the Brigand set, which we will use the pants for. And for those of you guys who like the Thief Mask, I'm actually going to offer up a Thief Mask build. And actually, we're getting so close to finishing this build, as far as the armor goes, that I'll just tell you guys, the main one is the Shadow Mask, the black leather armor, which you have, Sorcerer Gloves, which you have, and the Brigand's Pants that we have now. If you want to wear the Thief Mask, swap out the Sorcerer Gauntlets for the Black Sorcerer Gauntlets. We'll grab those later. But what you're seeing here is I'm trying to shrug because I ran out of Homeward Bones. You might want a Homeward Bone out, But you can actually roll off this way. It has to be that direction or else you'll die. Not even minding the drakes, the fall will kill you. If you roll off that way, you're safe. You could also choose to grab the armor on the way out, if you think that would be a little safer for you. And we're going to head up here. This is the shortcut to the Darkroot Basin. Elevator starts down here. We're going here to get, we're going to kill the Black Knight, just for the funsies. We get the Grass Crest Shield. There's some situations where that's useful. Very good for bosses. You can throw it on your back and it'll increase your stamina regen while you're two-handing your weapon anyways. So definitely want to pick that up. Has its uses. Kill the Black Knight. We'll grab some chunks or whatever he'll drop us. I think this one actually only drops blue chunks, but that's just fine. We have to get past him anyways, because we're going to go kill Havel and grab his ring. Because, of course, I'll be offering up the heavy build for Soul Level 1 players as well, if that's your thing. But the difference between wearing the Black Sorcerer Gauntlets and the Thief Mask and the Shadow Mask and the regular Sorcerer Gloves is like 1 point of defense less for the Thief Mask. So, at that point, there's a whole bunch of things you can play around with at that point that are just like 1 point different. At most, the best other build, like I talked about last time, is like 8 points better. This guy slips off. Yeah, blue chunk, there you go. And he dropped his shield, which is interesting. He usually drops his halberd, if anything. So, run up this little path here. Speeding right along. And so, this door up here can actually be opened with the Master Key. But you can also get this key from the Moonlight Butterfly Blacksmith, the one that's turned to stone, up at the top, past where you fight it. Now, you can open this door, get away from the door because he might decide to smush you. I was trying to lure him out to test out fireballs, but he's actually kind of timid, and it's dangerous, and as you can see, without upgrading that flame, very little damage. But my club at this point is +5. So, now here's the deal with Havel. You want to roll, get behind him, but I was mid-rolling. I noticed I was mid-rolling, so I was like, okay, gotta get out of here. Swapped to the right pants, the Brigand pants, and took off the Thief Mask so I could fast roll. But pay close attention to when I dodge in relation to his animation. He starts the animation, and his swing is kind of underway once I start dodging. See, like, he winds up for most of his hits. That's when you want to jump. Because that gives him less time to correct the swing, and so he'll miss by a lot, and it's actually really safe. But you don't want to dodge right when he starts, or else you'll finish rolling, he'll adjust and smush you. And if he's two-handing, even with the FAP ring, and even with upgraded armor, he could possibly one-shot you. So Havel is very dangerous. Don't let him hit you, basically. Shielding him is not going to help you much, if at all. So rolling is the way to go. But with a +5 reinforced club, it doesn't take that many backstabs. The door is freaking out there. I was just playing with it. But yeah, like, again, fighting those Baldur's Knights and farming them, you will get a ton of Titanite and a ton of souls. Either way, you're gonna be able to get everything up to +3 for the armor, because that's how far you can go with Titanite shards, and +5 for the weapons. So basically, at this point, that's kind of where you should be. You should have a +5 club and a +5 fire axe as well, probably. I'm not sure what I was doing here. Oh yeah, I switched into the hand axe because I realized it's much faster and it kills these guys in one hit anyways. So it is the weapon of choice for this area. And I'm actually allowing them to hit me on purpose. I'm not just covering for myself. I'm actually letting them hit me on purpose. Because I have the red Tearstone ring on. This is one of my favorite ways to beat the gargoyles, and it is a very easy way, and I would recommend it, because it's actually a lot of fun to do it this way. But there I am throwing the red Tearstone on. It hasn't quite triggered yet, so I'm going to jump off this ladder to lower my health even further and trigger it. But basically, the reinforced club can stun lock the gargoyles really well, so you can hit them and it will stun them, and then you can get another free hit in. Meanwhile, they're not attacking you because they're stunned. So it's actually very effective against them and does a ton of damage with the red Tearstone effect at +5. There's Solaire. You can use him if you want to. Another really easy way. He can basically solo the fight for you for the most part. And so skip the cutscene. And so with this shield, we can shield these guys absolutely no problem. Now, this first time through, like, look how much damage that's doing. It actually allows you... Now, I got greedy. You see I did a jump attack there? I shouldn't have done that. I thought that might have killed him with that one go. It didn't, and so I kind of died. Anyways, go grab my souls back, but you can see how much damage that does. It actually allows you to kill this one before the other one shows up. Unless you're, like, really slow about it. One smack takes the tail off. But you shouldn't even have to two-hand this, really, with how much damage it's doing. There's the leap attack, and so you see how that stuns him. He leaped back, and that was the end for him. I was a little worried about the fire. Don't actually let that hit you, because the fire damage might go through your shield and be enough to kill you. Almost jumped into his flame right there, being greedy again with the jump attack. But that worked out just fine. But yeah, roll to the side right when he starts before the flames fan out, and shouldn't be a problem. So there you go, nice and easy. And of course you can always use Solaire. He will basically do the fight for you. Combined with red Tearstone ring, and that fight would probably last all of 5 seconds. And so here we have the first bell already. And so some of you guys might wonder, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that if you want to, you can go to the forest right away, kill the Hydra, kill Sif, go to the Four Kings, you're a Dark Wraith at SL1 right from the start. The problem with that is you don't have the gear. The gear is what makes it unique, because it's what allows you to invade low players and kind of dick around and, you know, play with them, punch them, and give them Titanite and shove them off a cliff or whatever. That defense allows you to do that. Here I am upgrading my shield. But that defense allows you to do that, so that's where that fun comes in, so the good armor. And then the good weapon and the good armor together allow you to invade high-level players, even soul level 100, and be a match for them. As well as the pyromancies we'll get later that help out a lot. And so, yes, you can do it faster, but it's a lot harder, first of all, and you don't really get the full advantage of it. And so I really like to make it to Anor Londo. I like to get the Lord Vessel. I like to get my lightning weapon before I really start invading, because that's when you start being good and can take on high-level players. So that's what we're making the sprint for, Anor Londo and the Lord Vessel, so we can warp between PvP areas and just have a better time with it and really get use out of it. Now, I was trying to do my fancy little shortcut down here, but you'll see... Look at this. Watch. Watch. I put it in slow motion. Boing! Bounce off that invisible plank. I just missed that other plank that I was trying to land on. I got flattened on the bottom. So, that was dumb. We'll go a little safer on that. But the hitbox on that plank is huge. So you can just jump off this way and you're fine. Jump down all this way. Do a little roll. You could actually jump onto the wheel from there, but given that I just died from a fall, I didn't even want to risk it. That's perfectly safe, but I didn't want to risk that. So, hop onto the wheel. I kind of missed my chance there. Just looking at the beautiful mosquitoes. They had me entranced with their bloody sacks. Gross. Anyways, so take this down, jump on here, jump down here, get some rolling action. And you could probably go ahead and two-hand smack through these guys. They won't get a chance to hurt you if you just wail on them. And here is the bonfire. Now, I'm going to reverse my hollowing, because we can pick up a free humanity from Maneater Mildred, who will invade us, and that will also enable us to use her against Quelaag if we, again, want to, you know, go the easier route. I'm trying to provide the hard way and the easy way for all these bosses. The hard way, really, for the gargoyles would be to go standard shield and weapon, because then you'd have to fight both at the same time, so there's your hard mode for that. I have mid-roll right now because I have the thief mask on and using the club. With the fire axe, you can actually still fast roll. So I went ahead and took that off. So those mosquitoes will fly at you, so fight Mildred in here. The mosquitoes will actually still get in eventually, but it gives you a lot more time. If you want, you can continue up there. There's a round chamber you could fight her in that the mosquitoes won't really follow you into. But she's super easy to punish. That running attack, while super scary in PvP, is really easy to punish if you don't use it right. Butcher Knife also has some regeneration. When you hit someone, it heals you. It's an interesting note. Put her on the ground, smack a mosquito. Put her on the ground. Miss a mosquito, smack a mosquito, almost get punished for it. And that's Mildred for you. The sack-wearing lady who, I don't know, the female butchers in the depths kind of look like her. I wonder if that's something Maneater Mildred would eventually turn into. I wonder if those were previous Mildreds. I kindled there because having 10 flasks is really useful for heading through the swamp. And I decided to just stick out with the club for a while because I actually kind of like it. For this area, for these enemies that don't attack very quickly, it's a better choice, I think. So you can grab that soul. Now off to the left of the bonfire is the slugs you can farm large Titanite shards from. And so at this point, if you've managed to hang on to your humanity after farming the Balder Knights, I would definitely... Well, it definitely helps in getting these large shards, because it increases your item find, which caps at 10. Which, by the way, I don't think I did mention, when you are farming those Balder Knights, pop those 5 humanity that Lautrec gave you. Well, gave you, I use that term loosely. But pop those, because you want to increase your item find. I did mention it, but I didn't mention specifically. You'll want to use those that you got from him. And oh, we almost died because we're poisoned! Oh! And we just barely healed in time. That was seriously probably a millisecond away from killing me. Again, just being kind of careless here, but it's all good. We'll speed up the footage so no one can tell. But these slugs usually have a really good drop rate for these, and I did this whole run. I didn't get a single large Titanite shard, which was very strange. But you will, you should do this run anyways when you first get here, because this corpse actually has a shard on it. So you will get at least one, and usually more. I've never gone through this run, I don't think, and never had a drop. Or at least very rarely. You usually get at least one. These guys also drop the green shards, which we'll need to upgrade our fire axe. We can go fire or chaos. I'll divulge the weapons we're going to use now as well, I guess. What you're mainly going to want is a lightning reinforced club, because lightning, it does more damage than fire, and chaos can do more damage, but the club is our main boss weapon, and there's a good chance when fighting bosses that we might lose our humanities, so we don't want to lose that and then have a crappy weapon. So lightning is the best choice for the club. You could go again with a fire club for bosses, but I prefer the fire axe, because then I have another element and a different kind of weapon as well that I can use on normal enemies, and that swings a bit faster. So anyways, we're going to head straight over to Quelaag now with our +5 reinforced club. It's not as hard as you think. And notice my stamina and how I'm switching weapons. Every time I switch my weapon, my stamina goes up a little bit. That's a useful trick for going through the swamp. Swap your weapons over and over and allows you to run for longer. And it actually makes a huge difference. So make sure you stay right at that part, as far right as you can get. There's some ogres that toss boulders at you, and they're actually pretty dangerous. Even for experienced players, they can be kind of tricky. But certainly at this level, they're more trouble than they were, so just stay out of their way. And so there's the summon sign for Man-Eater Mildred, which again only appears if you kill her. I guess she respects you and decides to help you out. I thought for a long time, really long, I sped up this footage. I don't know why. But I was like, screw it. You know, we'll try to take on Quelaag by ourselves. You know, go kind of the harder way. I kind of like to show the harder way. And so, basically, the deal with Quelaag is you want to stick... Oh, and watch, see how she's going and hugging her little spider body, going down on her spider? That's when you want to get out of there, because she'll do that burst move. And that will possibly kill us outright at this level. Or at least get very, very close. But the deal with Quelaag is stick to the left of her face, her spider face, and smack her. That's basically it. Don't get far enough away for her to use her fire attack, because up close, her melee can't actually hit you. So you want to stay close if you can help it. Now watch this. Watch how she spins me around here. And I should have seen this coming. I should have seen it coming. But look at her. She's going down. No, the lava's there. No! She trapped me. She trapped me with her legs. I couldn't get out left. I couldn't get out right. Lava behind me. She's doing her power chargey deal. So basically, if you solo her, just stay away from the lava at all costs. You also want to fight her on level terrain. When the terrain is raised and slanted like it is at the start of the arena where you first walk in, the lava hitboxes get all messed up, and you can get hit by that lava from like 5 feet away by invisible lava. So stay away from that. But with Mildred here, it's a very simple matter. Just let Mildred take all the aggro, and when things get too hot, just back out. Just back out, let Mildred handle it. I like how Quelaag has created a little arena for herself in Mildred that's preventing me from really getting to her safely. I thought that was kind of cool. Purely accidental. The AI's not that good, but it's kind of cool. I rolled back on that. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. Just got nervous, I guess, because they were close. But yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty simple. You stay out of the fire. I managed to stay in the fire just then and didn't get hurt, so there's that. But other than that, good smack to the booty, and we're done. So really quite simple, guys. And with that, Quelaag is down, and the second bell is rung. And already Sen's Fortress is open to us. Take a jump down here, you can survive the fall, and open up the shortcut here. Now, you don't actually need to go in there and rest at the fire. It's already active. We can warp to it later, I believe. I don't think you actually need to rest at it. I could be wrong, but that's fine if I am. Don't worry about it. If you want to, go in, talk to him, say you're a new servant, rest at the fire, and if you want to play it safe. But next time, we'll go up and grab the shadow set, and we'll get that helm, and we'll get power within. Now this part is actually pretty risky, but we'll get into that. I'll show you guys the best way to do it. Alright, thanks so much for watching, guys. Like, favorite, and share the video, most of all, if you want to support my series. But other than that, thanks for watching. You guys have a great morning, afternoon, or night, and I'll see you guys next time.